Hello everyone, I'm so glad that you're able to join me this weekend. So I hope that all of you are doing fine. I recently got this Chinese silk screen and it has been quite some time that I have gone antiquing. So today I'm really excited to share with you about this Chinese silk screen. So it is called a silk screen even though it's not made up of silk. It's always been on my list and my dream to own sort of like a folding screen. However, I have not come across which really captures my eye. It's either too simple or there's something about it that is not right. So I haven't been to the antique shop for quite a few months, and as soon as I've collected all the knickknacks and everything, I decided to go one round outside to have a look at the furniture, because I always love looking at their furniture. They've got such wonderful furniture. It's all imported either from Japan or from China or from Europe. So for example, I got this Japanese lacquered cabinet with ivory on it, and if you have missed that video, I'm going to be linking it towards the end so that you can have a look at it. I have also got another piece of Chinese cabinet which is made up of Huanghuali, and I've also done a video on that, so you can catch that as well. So I thought I would never be able to have a Chinese folding screen. So as I was going around, and then I saw this side cabinet as well, and I got it for my house because I think that it's very handy to have this very small side cabinet which you can place a pot on, and also make use of the extra storage space. And from afar, I saw this absolutely beautiful piece of work, and my heart was beating so fast because I knew I had to have it, but I was afraid to get near to it because I wasn't sure if I could afford it. And mentally, I quickly prepared myself and placed a budget on it, because as I mentioned so many times on my channel, I am a single income girl. So I've always had to be very careful about my expenditure. So as I was walking towards it, oh, my heart literally stopped. It was so gorgeous. As you can see, it's made up of redwood, Chinese redwood. I later found out from the seller. And some people refer to it as Hongmu. Some people refer to it as Hongmu. Either or, it is categorized as Chinese redwood. I seriously do not think this is Huanghuali because it doesn't have the ghostly faces pattern on it. It's just got some very fine straight grains running through it. But it doesn't really matter because I know that it is such a stupendously well-made piece. It is extremely heavy, very heavy and well made. Even the stand on which it comes is really something. You can see that it is very solid. It's supposed to resemble sort of like the paws of a beast, and obviously it has that beautiful intricate mother of pearl inlaid into the screen. When I went online and I tried to do a little bit more research, the only pictures that I could find that was similar to this sort of a screen was from Wikipedia, where they showed two types of such screen, from the Ming dynasty as well as from the Qing dynasty. Obviously, because it's made for the palace, it is absolutely jewel encrusted in every single corner of it. It's got mother of pearl and semi-precious stones. And the star of the show are the cranes. When I first looked at it, I thought, what an odd number. Why are there only 9 cranes? They should be in a pair. But when I recounted it, it was 10. So that was what made the decision firm. So there are 5 pairs of cranes on it, and there is a pine tree as well as some bamboos. So I never really knew that there was symbolism behind every single one of these animals or these plants until I came across a video on YouTube from an antique dealer in the United States. So I feel really embarrassed that I learned that there are actually symbolism behind everything. So the crane in almost every single of the Asian culture, from the Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, represents longevity as well as nobility and wisdom. So it's supposed to bring all these important and noble good wishes in your life when you are having it. The bamboo as well is always been known in the Chinese culture as being very sturdy sort of a plant, and it's been used in many ways in China or Korea or Japan, and it's also supposed to represent peace, because when you hear the wind rustling through the bamboo, it gives you a sense of peace. So it's always a very welcome symbolism in any kind of furniture or painting or pottery, that sort of thing. And I think I've always been drawn to this sort of a furniture because when I was growing up, not only my mom had a beautiful home and she furnished it mostly with Korean furniture, including the lacquered ebony vase behind me with the mother of pearl. I've also done a video on that. So if you want to have a closer look at this vase with the dragon on it, you can also catch up on that video towards the end. So anyway, as I was explaining, since I was a little girl, not only my mother had a beautiful home and she furnished it beautifully, but her friends as well. I think she had a few friends who had this sort of a furniture, the Chinese classical furniture. And I also wanted to share a little bit of a story behind this Chinese screen as well, because it's obviously made in China. Even though this item was imported from items from Japan, it is made in China because you can see the Chinese wordings behind this screen, which I'm going to be featuring on the screen now, and it has all sorts of auspicious words and sort of like in a prose form, and I think it's in a classical Chinese form. And then I imagine that it was made in China, and then this wealthy sort of like nobleman or merchant family from Japan might have ordered it and shipped it to Japan, and from China it went to Japan and now to Borneo. And I'm really humbled that I am the temporary custodian of this Chinese screen. And I have thought that when I started this channel that I wanted to share with you about my love for Chinese culture. However, doing all the research and everything, I actually learned more from sharing with you and from this channel. So I'm very blessed, and obviously I'm very blessed with your presence and your support for my channel. This is Eileen from the Pearl Atelier, wishing you a fabulous week ahead, and I hope to see you again in my next video.